Hello Reds and welcome to Top of the Cop. Now Liverpool have just tasted the first defeat of the season away to West Ham, and you know there's a lot to come out of it. A lot of people have obviously complained about people's performances, but one of the main rumblings on is that at the left back position now, a lot of people are obviously wanting Tsimikas to come in for Robertson, and a lot of people are saying, you know, Robertson's been this, you know, great player for us for the last, you know, few years. So, you know, everyone's kind of caught in the middle, but I kind of understand both sides of the arguments, and I'm going to try and address them unbiasedly, and basically just kind of give you my 2 pence worth on what I think. And I personally feel there's a lot of factors to be taken into this, so we're going to get into them today. But just before we start, don't forget to hit that like button if you do like today's video, and if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do hit that subscribe button, as it really will help us out. Don't forget to follow us on all our other socials. Links to our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Discord are in the description below. And with that being said, let's get into it, Reds. So yeah, Jurgen Klopp and the team tasted defeat for the first time this season away at West Ham, and you know, it wasn't a great display from a Liverpool point of view. Yeah, you had your moments with your Trent free kick and Divok's amazing goal that's going to get him some minutes over the next few weeks, when we all thought his Liverpool career was dead and buried. But the main pressing issue for me to come out of it, again, social media, absolute loads of knee-jerk reactions, not just the left-back position, but the main one for me was the left-back position. And I just want to talk and address why it isn't such a massive issue what's going on at Liverpool Football Club at the left-back position. Firstly, Andrew Robertson has probably been the best left-back in European football for the last 2 or 3 years. You've had people like Luke Shaw try their hand, and you know, rival fans talk about how good he is, and I think we've finally seen, you know, although he has been great, he's dropped off a little bit again, albeit Man United are in a great place at the moment. But for consistency, Andrew Robertson, again, as I say, has been unbelievable for Liverpool Football Club, and it's not gone. He's not finished. The lad has been great for us, but he hasn't been given a rest for obviously a few seasons. Even when he has been given rest, you know, if you think about the game time that he's had since he pulled on a Liverpool shirt, he's probably played more minutes than anyone else in a Liverpool shirt, apart from Alisson maybe. And I think a lot of people don't realise obviously the toll that's going to take on his body. And you know, he looks tired, I'll give you that. He looks tired. He looks like he needs a rest. You know, looks quite lethargic. Mentally, he's not switched on, and that's a big thing in football, obviously at the highest level. And you know, there's a lot of factors in that, as I say. Game time, the fact he's just come back from an injury after, you know, a couple of weeks when we thought he was going to be out for at least 4. And you know, he's come back before that. Didn't see the reasoning behind bringing him in so quick when we had Costas in there. I'm not too sure if Costas was obviously hitting the ground running when Robbo was out or not, but he is now. And you know, I think these things have took their toll on Robbo. He had a busy summer with obviously Scotland, and previous to that he's had a full campaign with Liverpool. And going back even further, you know, he's never had a left-back cover really. Only when he got injured and Milner actually, you know, played left-back, but he's not a left-back, so that doesn't count in all fairness. But Robertson has kind of been run into the ground, as I say. And, you know, 18 months ago, Andrew Robertson could go week after week, 90 minutes, non-stop, no substitutions, playing at such a high level of obviously Premier League and Champions League football. And at the moment, you know, it's kind of catching up on him. And I don't want to talk too much about the West Ham game, but this is kind of where it's all been brought to a head. And from a, you know, from a defensive point of view, it wasn't really much I could say. You know, I think all over, apart from Trent, I think we kind of, even, you know, Van Dijk had a few moments. He was brilliant for the majority, but there was a few moments where a lot of the back four we could question. So from a defensive point of view, Andrew Robertson didn't do anything out of obviously the blue. But from an offensive point of view, let's talk about that. So, you know, there was a few opportunities. I even tweeted myself, you know, what's Robertson waiting for? There was opportunities for him to whip the ball in when he was in good positions, but he chose to stop and come back. Now, in my opinion, I don't think, even if Andrew Robertson had to whip them balls in, the ones obviously that I'm talking about, I don't think anyone would have even been in there for him to hit anyway. So I don't know if that was part of his thinking, but the way I see it is, if he whips it in and no one gets on the end of it, you then ask questions of your Salah and Mane's why they're sitting outside the box in between two banks of four. That's the way I see it anyway. So he's going to get a lot of obviously stick for not whipping that ball in. And in all fairness to him, in the first 10 or 15 minutes of that game, he did put a few nice balls in the box, but there was no one there. So he should have just carried on doing that. So it's kind of been his downfall by checking back inside and not taking a few risks. And I am all about when you're in offensive positions, you take a few risks, you whip the ball in. If it doesn't pay off, at least you tried. Overall, his transitional play wasn't great. Now, do I think if Tsimikas had came in, would he have made much difference? I don't. In that game in particular, I don't think Tsimikas starting would have meant that Liverpool win that football game. I felt that West Ham set up in a way where, well, they did. We could throw anything at their back, 8, for a majority of that game, but they were comfortable knowing that Liverpool weren't going to get a sniff, really. It was only until obviously Divock came on that we actually got something from their defence. But with that being said, Robertson did look tired. He has done for numerous weeks now, and he just needs a good rest. And when you've got someone like Tsimikas playing brilliant when he has been asked upon, I can't understand why he hasn't been playing, or at least coming on as sub, why Klopp hasn't made the changes. Only Klopp knows why he hasn't done that. But yeah, Tsimikas, when he has played, energetic, lively, and he's playing with that bit of raw emotion where he is taking them chances of whipping them balls. And he put 2 on Yotta's head against Atletico Madrid, and one was perfectly out of black and the other came off Yotta's shoulder. So any other day he could have had 2 assists for himself there, but yeah, he's improving with each game defensively as well. So our next 2 fixtures are Arsenal at home, Porto at home, and in fact 3 fixtures is Southampton at home. I'd like to see Tsimikas at least start Arsenal and Porto, and then assess obviously the Southampton game, because obviously the derby is coming up straight after Southampton. So I think Tsimikas needs to come in now and give Robertson a rest, physically and mentally. I think he needs a good reset, and hopefully we can see the Andrew Robertson of obviously previous. But with that being said, as I say, it's a good headache to have. There is no reason why both of them can't contribute all season for Liverpool, because when you think about it, we want to go far in the Champions League. We're in the cups, we're in the league, and if you go far in everything, if you're attacking on all fronts, you can play 50-60 games a season. So there's no reason why there's no reason why we can't enjoy both of them playing great football. It's not about dropping one and forgetting about them. We can rotate when we've got games where we're like 2, 3, 4-0 up. If Andrew Robertson's on the pitch, we can bring Tsimikas on for him. We can bring him up for Mane to give him a rest and play him further up the field. There's plenty of ways to get around it where both contribute massively this season. And, that is why I feel that the whole it's either Robertson or Tsimikas debate just needs to be stopped. We need to just enjoy both of them. It's a bit like the Ronaldo and Messi situation, either or. No, just enjoy having them both at your club. They're both really good. When was the last time Liverpool could say they had 2 world-class left-backs? And a few seasons ago we were crying out for cover for him, as we are with Trent now to a certain extent. Nico kind of hit a bit of a ceiling, he's either, he's plateaued a bit, hopefully he can kick on, but we were crying for centre-back cover last season. We're crying for, centre mid cover this season, with obviously Harvey Elliott being out, Milner being out, Keita in and out, Thiago in and out. We're crying out for it. So if we're crying out when we haven't got the players, let's appreciate that we've got 2 really good left backs and utilise them both. But yeah, I think Tsimikas needs to come in for at least the next 2 games to get a foothold, and obviously, make sure that he's still kicking on. Give Robertson a good break and assess it, for the Southampton game, whether Tsimikas needs a rest, he stays in, get them both on the pitch, after, bring one on after 60 minutes or so. But yeah, for me, we need to stop worrying about it. Robertson will find his form. Robertson is still the best left back in Europe, in my opinion, and we've got probably one of the second best as backup. Only joking, there's a long way for that, but it's not an impossible thought anyway, and I think there's room for both of them. Anyway, let me know what you think about obviously this. Do you feel, do you agree with me? Do you feel that one of them need to start and stay in the team? Do you need to, complete the season? Do you feel like Robertson's getting a rough ride? Or yeah, if you think my way of thinking about it is where they can both contribute and get the joy, the best of both worlds, and have them both in and around the squad all season, hopefully picking up a title or a cup along the way, that would be great. Anyway, as I say, leave all your comments in the comments down below, and I will obviously interact with as many as I can. And yeah, hit the like button to help this video get up there. Subscribe if you are new to the channel for more LFC related content. And with that being said, take care, Reds.